welcome back. We have the amazing Vicky. Now I'm putting your two names together. I always
Papaioannou.
practice with Vicky, but I was so excited to get to her last name. Now she's Vicky. This is Vicky Papaioannou, and she said we can call her Vicky Papa.
Vicky from Greece, Vicky Papa something. Vicky. I know it's a very difficult surname for everyone. If you're not Greek, it's super difficult to say. But I'm Vicky for you.
She was like, "There's so many vowels. It's okay."
It's okay. Don't even try it.
Well, welcome and thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for our wonderful participants for joining us. We have Alteanu. It is Monday, so it should be hand behind the badge, but I'm not positive. At 50-50,
Well, thank you, Bridget. Hello, everyone. If it's morning, if it's evening, good evening, good night. Here it's already 6 p.m. in the afternoon because I'm in Greece. And thank you so much, Alteanu, for the opportunity.
And so, tell us a little bit about yourselves. If folks have not seen your amazing work, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So my name is Vicky Papaioannou. I live in Greece and I work as a craft designer, as a paper crafter. I also design products for companies. And I am actually a content creator. So I share lots of inspiration for free on my YouTube channel and also on Instagram and all the social media like we usually do. So that's, well, I live in Greece. If you don't know by my accent already, I'm Greek. And that's where I live with my family. I have two kids. One of them is already in the university. She's studying in Holland. And we cannot wait for her to come back so we can have Christmas all together by the end of this week. And of course, we have Ginger, my cat, who is the mascot of my YouTube channel.
She could craft with Emery. Emery would love to share because she is my mascot. There is a code. So I was just going to mention that. So there is a code. It'll be Mindful Vicky. And that will save you all kinds of money off the retreat, which is very exciting. Alteanu loves to give discounts to help make sure everybody can attend with us. Apparently, I can't speak today, so I will put that Mindful Vicky into the chat, and that way they know you watched Vicky's amazing interview and you headed over to check out the kit. So you don't have the kit yet, but you've seen pictures. So what really were you like, whoa, like this is it?
First of all, the amount of products that you get. You get not only one stamps, you get sentiments, you get different types of stamps, like different styles, completely different styles, and very unique designs. You also get stencils, you get stamps, dies, you get an embossing folder as well, which is also great to have and play with, and lots of stuff. I cannot even remember, like ink pads as well, and also dual pens, great for coloring, and watercolor paper. I don't know if I said everything. Did I spoil everything? Anyway, but I think that I'm most excited about to play with the koi fish that you can see all around us. I find that it is very unique and it's perfect for mindfulness retreat.
I think so many people are like, koi, koi, koi. Everybody loves the koi. Like it. They are.
But not only that, you will get different designs as well, not only the koi fish stamps.
Yes. And of course, it has Alteanu's amazing designers who have done this. And it's like the flowers. It looks like you could touch the koi. Like they're just absolutely amazing. So
and what I actually like about this is that the products that are in the kit give you the opportunity to create completely different things by using them. So not everything coordinates. It's not one of those kits that everything is coordinating, like the stamps, the dies. No, you will get different things. So you can create so many different, a big variety of projects.
We had a question. They were wondering what your YouTube channel name is. How do they find you out on
You have to write Vicky Papaioannou.
So copy the name off this and then just search it.
Yes.
So what do you think your like what kind of project are you thinking? Because we know you don't have it in your hands, but have you started percolating and thinking about
Yes.
what kind of project you want to do?
So I'm definitely going to create cards that I can use throughout the year. I am one of those people who create either happy birthday cards, which I use again and again, and I also hand them out to friends because these are the type of cards that people can give away. And then I create many hello cards and thank you cards. So if I have a live retreat, for example, a real one, a workshop, I like to take cards with me and hand them out to everyone. So I use a lot of them. And also I create many cards that are go in a set to give as gifts because I create so many cards. So I think that this is a great kit for that because all the designs are very versatile. There are designs that you can use throughout the year. They're not seasonal or for a specific occasion. It's not like anniversary or wedding, but they can be used depending on the sentiment that you decide to stick on top. They can be used for anything. So that's why I'm very excited about. And also, you get things inside that you can use again and again. So you can recreate the same card as many times as you like. It's not like you have a paper, you use the paper and finish the paper, you can make one or two cards.
Yeah.
So with everything you get inside, you can create again and again. That's why I love the kit. I think it's a great value for money.
And two, again, if you missed before, good morning, guys, as you're coming in. If you missed before, these are recorded. You get them forever. There is no time limit. There's a Facebook group that we set up that you go in and you can ask the instructors questions during the sessions. The sessions are live, held on Zoom on March 2nd from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. With the 6 instructors. And during when Vicky is teaching, if she puts something in a place you were like, wow, that's really unique. Why did you do that, Vicky? And Vicky can explain to you her process live
Yes.
while she's doing it, which is very exciting.
Yes, this is something that I don't do on my YouTube channel, for example, where everything is already filmed. And the truth is that when we make a video for our YouTube channel, it's 90% edited.
Yeah.
Like I try to make it short so that I can upload it. I don't take my time. I just cut out everything that I feel it is boring. But maybe it's boring for me, but it's educational for somebody else because they don't know how to cut the card or they don't know why I did that. Sometimes people, you cannot predict what others don't know. But if you see me do from step to step, from start to finish, you will see do mistakes because we all do mistakes. I do mistakes all the time,
Yes.
which of course I video edit and I cut
Yes.
them out because people don't want to see me, all over the place. But in a live class, you will be able to see that. And you will see what I do wrong and how I try to overcome it, why
Yeah.
I don't throw it away, and how I can save things. I'm sure everything will go wrong on the live, but it's going to be fun.
So what are you most excited about? Because this is your first retreat with us, which,
Yes.
yeah,
It's my
but
first
what are
retreat.
you most
Yes,
excited about?
my first retreat with New, and I'm really, really excited about that because I mainly do videos for my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and the interaction with people is going to be really exciting for me because while I will craft, I will be able to see the questions, I will be able to answer, and I can take my time, step by step, see how people are doing because I believe that as I will teach, people are going to do the same thing. Yes. So
Yes.
I'll
Yep.
have to wait and read the comments and reply to everything. It's going to be lots of fun, and I'm going to meet lots of people also.
Yes, and that's the camaraderie in these events. I mean, as I've never missed one, which is so exciting. And just it's you see a lot of folks come back and you're like, "Oh, I remember them." And so you kind of
Yes,
get friends over through these
yes, the
retreats as you
connection. Yeah.
keep coming to them, which is very exciting. And then of course we have new folks that join us and we're so excited for that as well. So it's
Yes, it
just
is. It is really exciting, especially for me since I am in Greece and people don't do card making or scrapbooking. It's not like very common here. I'm the only one. I don't know any real friends from here who do that. So it is really exciting for me to be able to craft along with fellow crafters. I don't look at it as I am the teacher or the know-it-all person. I'm
yeah.
just playing along with all of you. And we can definitely come up with ideas as we go along. And maybe I will have the sample ready, but as we go and recreate it, I can switch things up by talking to you, or if I get another good idea, we can always try things out. And I think that this is something that I'm missing really here. I don't craft with friends. I don't go into real retreats.
Yeah.
So an online one would be really fun for me. Yeah.
And it's nice because all your stuff is right there. You can snuggle
Yes.
your cat while you're watching the other classes too, you know?
You never know when he's going to scratch my door now. I will have to open up to Ginger.
And I did want to say, if you see Vicky and I kind of looking in different directions,
Yes,
we're not being rude. I'm looking at some questions and we're looking at the chat.
yes.
So if you
And
see us
my
looking
chat is over
around,
there.
that's why.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking. Sometimes I'm not looking at you. I'm just reading the comments. So hello, everyone. Thank you for the comments.
So do you,
Yeah.
in the past, do you have any availability for crafting retreats in Greece, or not really for any kind of crafting?
In Greece, no. I did many workshops in throughout the Europe before COVID. I did like once every month. After COVID, during COVID, okay, everything stopped. After COVID, I only went to Canada once, and then I avoided. I don't know. After COVID, how we came, like we closed into our self for some reason. I don't know. I find it difficult to start traveling again and do workshops for some reason that I don't know.
I think it was a scary time. It was a long time that it was a scary
Yes.
time. So it's hard to come over
So,
that.
so I have my safe place here where I craft all day. And then I say, okay, I can share everything through my YouTube channel. I don't have to travel and do a real workshop. I don't know, maybe I will change for 2024 goals.
Now, so are you a jammy kind of girl when you're crafting? Are you pajamas or like yoga pants? Are you comfy clothes when you're crafting?
I'm wearing comfy clothes, but I never wear pajamas throughout the day.
Oh,
The
okay.
moment I'm a morning person, I wake up at 7 o'clock. And then the moment I wake up, I dress up. And that's why I'll tell you, it's my psychological tip.
Yep.
Um, if I wear pajamas all day, I feel like I'm sick. And because I work from home, I spend most of the time in my room here crafting. um, I don't have another job that I have to wake up and get dressed and go outside of the house. I only go out of the house during the day to run errands, like go to the supermarket and stuff. So I feel like I have to wake up, to wash up, to wear good clothes, as if I'm going somewhere. Sometimes you will find me put on my lipstick and then come here.
I
Yeah,
have to say it's a
always
great
home.
commute.
Yes.
Just walk downstairs and there I am.
Yeah.
So how do you, when you get do you have moments where you get anxious in crafting, either like you've got a crafting block and you're like, oh goodness, I have to
All
create?
the time.
How do you deal with that, like kind of looking at the mindful aspect of this?
Yes, this happens all the time. People, when they see the YouTube channel and they see coming up with ideas, they think that, oh, okay, I'm sitting on the desk and I have hundreds of ideas coming out of my head. It's not like that. You see one video or two videos per week, and this is my job. I sit down 8 hours a day to kind of try to decide what I'm going to do. So sometimes I have struggles. I cannot come up with ideas. When that happens, I just take my girlfriend a phone call and we go out to have a drink, to drink coffee and just chat, so that I don't have to think about it and I have to go outside of my room. And then I find that it really helps my mojo if I stay away from my craft room, like 2 or 3 days, if that happens continuously. So if there are followers here from my channel, you may know that every summer for 2 months, I stay away. I don't even touch a stamp for 2 whole months. This kind of brings my mojo back, so that when it's September again, I'm eager to craft. And I have so many ideas. And sometimes I have a little notebook and I write down in my vacation what has come up in my head. This really helps me out. So stay away. And also another tip that has to do with the mindfulness. retreat because you work with a kit. Just because this is my job, and I don't know if other people have that, we have so many products in our room. And sometimes I get paralysis by analysis. I don't know what to use.
Yeah.
This time, oh, maybe this one. And then I bring things up on my table, and there are so many there.
Yeah.
So I get confused and I don't know what to use. So I find that if I focus myself on a kit,
Yeah.
it's really, really liberating for me, although it feels restricted. It's not.
Yeah.
So if you follow my channel, I always do those videos where I have the kit and I create 10 cards. While if you leave me alone with everything in my room, I will only be able to make one card. So that's why I love the retreat that we are doing on March, because I can come up with many ideas, and I will show you even more ideas than the ones that I will be able to create in 1.5 hours, 2 hours,
One and a half
maybe
hours. Yep.
1.5 hours. So I will have some ready so that you can take a look and you can come up with more ideas.
And that is a thing. Like you walk in and you have your beautiful room with your beautiful colors and your products that you love. And sometimes it feels like you're being heavy thrown. It's so much. It's overwhelming. You don't know what to pick.
Yes.
And I mean, it just is. Sometimes I've just reached in blindly and grabbed something and I'm like, I'm going to create with this.
Yes.
Just this. That's it. And because it gets overwhelming when we all want
Yes.
the products, but it does. And it's
I
nice
think
that
that a good tip is to just choose one stamp, one die, one color theme, put them on your desk, and try to think what you can do with that. Because if you start grabbing things from here and there, I don't know. For me, at least, it doesn't work.
yeah, it just feels like you can't. You're like, okay, it's
Yeah.
too much,
And
too
you
much,
feel
too
like
much.
you have to add this and you have to add that. And sometimes simplicity is best. And
Yes.
if you overdo it, you don't like it. And you want to throw it away and start over. And it goes like that.
Yeah. Now, what do you call your style? What would you say your style is?
I'm switching styles. I think I'm going through phases.
Yay.
Sometimes I want to create something really clean and simple,
Yep.
but always with layers. I cannot go flat.
No. No.
Never, never flat. I cannot. But then I like mixed media. I'm into art journaling a lot, and I like
Yes.
to use this style. So sometimes I always say that in my mixed media work, I'm not random and too abstract. I have that kind of card making style, so that into I bring it into my mixed media, and I do the mixed media back into crafting as well, into card making as well. So I feel like that's the route that I'm taking lately. I'm adding a little bit of mixed media without making it too hard, like a little bit of splashing or some random background
Yep.
and things like that. But then kind of try to remain the background kind of subtle with a focal point that really pops.
Now, do you like making just backgrounds? Do you have fun just having like a day
Yes.
where you make some backgrounds?
Sometimes it's all I do, and mainly I do that by playing with color combinations. So sometimes I don't have anything in mind, I don't know what to create. So I say, let's play with things and my blending brushes, and all I do is just blend on panels, like 4.25 by 5.5. So you have beautiful panels. Yes, we all have them. We all have a drawer full of them. But then I like to create them, and you get to play with color combination. You can see it as a study in card making or in art as an art study, and then you end up with lots of backgrounds.
Yeah.
And when inspiration strikes, or you have the perfect focal point, the perfect stamp, you can just splatter a little bit of water on top to make it more interesting. You can run it through your die cutting machine with an embossing folder and stick something on top. I think these are ideas that you can definitely incorporate when you don't know what to do, when you have no idea what you want to craft, but you don't know what to do.
And we've all been there. We've all been stuck
All the
there.
time, all the time.
So I'll ask you the tough question. It hasn't come up in the comments yet, but I know it's lurking out there. What is your favorite Altenew ink family? We're going to go with family. Somebody said ink, one ink, but so I'll give you a family. What's a favorite Altenew family of colors for you?
Everything that has to do with blues.
Yeah.
If you look at my work, you will find out that usually I go with blue, any type, even if they are aquas or more teal blue or this type of blues or the true blue, but aquamarine and things like that. Usually I go with this type of backgrounds, and then I always like to add a splash of color on top, like orange, for example. I find that this color combination is always gorgeous. It's very striking and it's always pleasing to the eye. And I do that for my mixed media projects as well. Sometimes I even get the comments, "Oh, another blue background." Well, that's what I like. I'll do another one.
Now, do you do a lot? Like you do a lot. You design product, you create content. So do you have advice for somebody that wants to pursue crafting as a job, how to stay mindful with the chaos of deadlines and all of that?
Yes. Well, if they want to pursue, they have to be persistent, and they have to be consistent with their timetable that they put on their mind. So, for example, if you are just starting out and you want to have a YouTube channel, then you have to tell yourself, okay, I will do one video every Saturday, and you have to keep with that, to keep up with that. And this is going to help your audience, to build up your audience, because they know that you will come back every week on the same day, on the same time. And then you can take it from there. You can join playing with stamps from companies and stuff. But the truth is that as you build up your audience, the deadlines are going to come more and more to you. Like you will have to create things for one company and then for another company. But the truth is that you are the one who decides the timetable. It can drag you down, and you can have zero time, or you can set up some boundaries. So, for example, now I'm not working on weekends. I used to do that for weekends, and because I had deadline for a Monday.
Yeah.
Now I try to finish everything by Friday, and I leave the weekends free, because that also goes back to the other question about what do I do if I don't have inspiration. I mean, I need at least 2 days outside of the craft room.
Yeah.
So yeah, and uh, uh, at the point that where I am, I can say no to some invitations, not because I don't like the products or I don't want to play or join a blog hop, for example, but you cannot do everything.
Yeah. We need another Vicky Papa. Which
Yeah,
would be amazing because we'd have more projects. So that would be super cool.
I wish I had more time, say, more hours in the day to make even more things, but at some point you cannot you have to stop. You cannot create anymore. I mean, if
Yeah.
you create 2 videos for your YouTube channel, if we have people here who do have a YouTube channel and create cards, they know that it's so hard to do it. The difficult part is not the creation. The difficult part is keeping up with all the social media. I
Yeah.
have to do the video editing, the voiceover, the photography. I'm a one-man show, and I always uh, I feel very grateful for all the people who watch me. So I always try to read all the comments and try to find if there are any questions to reply. This can take me at least an hour a day to reply. So there are not enough hours in a day.
No. Now, do you craft for yourself? Is there a craft that you do for you, not for your job?
No,
No.
I think that I get the feeling of fulfillment through the job, because it started as a hobby and came up as a job.
Yeah.
They say that if you do your hobby as your work, you will not have never have to work again. Yes,
Yes,
but
yes,
yes, sometimes it can be overwhelming when I have to do so many things for the deadlines or my new release is coming up and I have to come up with ideas and things like that. But the truth is that I love it. I wake up in the morning, I do my coffee, and I'm content. I'm happy that I'm going to do this,
yes.
even if I whine sometimes about the deadlines. That's a completely different story.
And it's nice though when you hit the deadlines and you're like, "I did that." Like, I didn't
Yes,
think I could do that, but I did that.
yeah. Well, one thing that I don't like about myself is that I'm a last minute person. After being,
Procrastinators. Yay,
I am,
procrastinators.
I am, and after being that old, I think that I like it after so many years because you know what? When I work at the last minute, I'm better than when I try to do it earlier.
Yes. The inspiration is like
Yeah.
flying, like usually when I'm against it. Yes.
Yeah. No, ideas just come up. Sometimes if I don't have an idea, I say, okay, I'll work at the last day and something will come up.
It's like your brain knows, like it's now or never. We got to get something out. Come on, let's go.
Yes. But one
Tracy
more
would like to
craft.
know if you have a favorite crafty snack.
No, I don't eat in this room. Never. If I eat in this room, because I eat all the time outside of the room. So, so at least I'm spending 8 hours in here. I have to stay away. Only water.
That's very healthy. That's very good and very mindful. You're taking very good care of yourself with the water. So
I'm
that's
not
very, very good.
moving. So
How do you celebrate like crafting milestones or things that come up like the first time you got an invitation to design a stamp set or a product? Like, how do you celebrate that for yourself?
how I celebrate it. I don't know. I don't think I celebrate that. Maybe by creating
Yep.
something that I absolutely love. And I'm really proud of what I did for that milestone. Yes, I think that's it.
That's
Yeah,
a good
I'm not.
celebration.
Yeah, it is a celebration.
And
Yeah.
you mentioned reading all the comments. Do you have some comments that have stuck with you over the years that just they really stuck to your heart
Yes,
from
I
people?
have many comments like that. Um, for example, when I started doing my YouTube channel, I was like 3 or 4 years in the beginning. I wasn't talking because it is difficult for me. It's not my first language. I have to think in Greek, translate, and then talk. And sometimes I people may think that you are stupid or you are slow or things like that because you cannot express very well what you are thinking. So I was very shy in the beginning, and only music was playing, and you could see what I was doing with subtitles. But I got so many comments from US friends, and they are still friends of mine. Patty, if you are here, hello. And crafters, fellow crafters from all over the world, that they were saying, "Don't worry, don't be shy. Nobody cares. Just
Yeah.
talk and explain," because it was even more time consuming for me to type the titles and stuff. So
Yeah.
these are comments that they pushed me, and after I did that and I stopped being so shy, it helped my YouTube channel to grow even more and quicker. Yeah.
I love because I've watched you for years. I did apologize when I met Vicky the first time. I'm like, I'm super fangirl. Like, I'm so sorry if I go crafty wild here. I'm so excited. And I remember the music, but I was so glad when you started kind of talking and talking us through like your process. And I'm so glad that you did that. That was amazing.
Yeah, well, we all don't like looking at ourselves or listening to ourselves. Imagine talking in another language. I don't even like my accent, but anyway,
Well, we love your accent. Your
I
accent. I could listen to
avoid.
you read the phone book. It's a beautiful
Oh,
accent.
really? I avoid listening or watching at my YouTube channel. I don't like it. I just mute and look at the comments to reply.
After a while, you're like, yeah, 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 I've heard you before. Like,
Yeah.
now, do you have in crafting, do you have something that if you're having a stressful day, is there something that's a go to that's really calming or soothing for you?
Yes, it's blending.
Yeah.
Blending for sure. Just playing with color, making color combinations and blending, trying to do. For some reason, I find blending very soothing. When I try to put the brush so slowly so that I don't end up with splotches, I don't know what's that. Am I crazy or something? I don't know. And when the blending is so smoothless, or if I'm trying to do like an ombre effect and it's really ombre, I find it super exciting for some reason. And it is, I can put on some music and do blending. It's my safe space. Close the door, nobody's in there. Leave me alone. I have a lot of work to do. Blend.
And we have lots of comments coming in. Melanie said she's a relatively new YouTuber, so she loves hearing this. Sandra said, been watching Vicky for years. Love your accent and am constantly inspired to create. Diane said, amazed how well you speak another language. It's amazing. How many languages do you speak?
I speak French and English. Well, and Greek.
And
yeah.
French, one more too.
But yes, French we learned at school, but it's been so many years. I can completely understand. I totally understand everything if they talk, but it's really difficult for me because I haven't practiced at all. But I think that if I was to go for a year in France, I would. It would all come back to me because I can
reactivate that part again. And Diane, I didn't want to leave Diane's comment off. She said, I've followed you for years. I love your talent. So
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And so let's see what else. Let me see. Let's do, since just to get to know you better, if your friends were to give you an award, what would that be for?
I think I would get the crafter award because nobody's crafting in my in my circle. So if they want a hello card, they just come here and they say, "Hey Vicky, do you have a hello card?" And they just open the drawers. Do you have a happy birthday card? My son has to go on a birthday party, and I always have cards like that for everyone. So yes, and I also make other stuff like decorative elements and mixed media and things like that for decoration. So I'm the go-to for all of this.
That's a good one.
Crafter award. Nobody's crafting in my friend circle. Why is that? I don't know. My friends are crafty friends are only online.
Sabrina said, Vicky, you are inspiring and watching your videos is calming and relaxing. I have to say that, talking about mindfulness, Vicky's videos are mindfulness. They are so soothing and calming to watch. I love yours are just like a brain vacation. It's just terrific. I get to watch a beautiful project and it's just so soothing. And I could listen to you talk forever. So it's
another one of those comments that have stuck in my mind. I always get the same comment again and again from different people. And that's it. You put me to sleep. I don't know if that's a good comment or bad, but I take it as a good one because mindfulness again, people can see me craft, and as I craft and stick paper glue, they go to sleep. And if I can put someone who is insomniac into sleep, I think I made my goal.
I have to say, so I hadn't even told you this, but when my husband passed, I couldn't sleep. And so I would put your videos on.
Really?
And it was so soothing that my brain just was comforted and I was able to go to sleep. I'd of course have to go watch the video the next day because I missed it, but it did. It was so soothing and so calming that I felt secure and I could sleep.
That
so
makes me
hopefully happy. It's hard to tell somebody you put me to sleep, but it was
no, but you see, I know what they mean because I do it with other channels.
Yes. It's amazing just listening to somebody's voice. Yes. I don't know if it's the rhythm or what it is, but it's just so comforting and helps.
It's good to know. And
somebody had asked earlier, what was the first project you ever did?
The first project I think I did a card using Hero Arts stamps. Like 15 years ago. Yes. Back then, I was so inspired by Christina Werner and Jennifer Maguire. We all learned all the techniques from them. They are the queens, of course. And then I remember I first found Christina like 15 years ago, and I was pregnant, and I was doing a lot of oil painting, but I couldn't, with the spirits and stuff, I couldn't keep up with it. So I went into crafting, tried to find YouTube videos like that, and I found Christina's, and she was playing with paper. Back then, we were using a lot of paper
A lot of
instead,
layers.
yes, not so many stamps, but many papers. And I was fascinated with this. I didn't know what scrapbooking or card making was. So I placed my first order and I made a card. Probably I have that card. I must have this card. Yes.
That's very, very cool. Yes, we have all the love coming in the comments. Han put it in. So much love for Vicky. Yes, we have so much love in there.
Thank
And that's
you. Thank
awesome.
you,
I'm glad you
everyone.
kept that. I've saved a few projects as well because like there's some you just put your heart into and you're like, I can't give
Yes.
that away ever.
Plus, it was so ugly. I couldn't send it to anyone.
I doubt that.
Imagine it was the first one, super ugly.
I
Plus, and
doubt.
then I didn't have so many inks. Probably it's like a stamped image on a white paper, and then super ugly.
Yes.
But then you love it because it's your first one, and
Yes.
probably it has heat embossing on top of it for no
Ooh.
reason. Because I was fascinated with heat embossing, and I was doing heat embossing everywhere, everywhere.
I love that for no reason.
Yes, let's throw this technique.
Oh, thank you. Saprita said, it really is a fan moment for you. Your vibes are so positive and you have so much enthusiasm.
Thank you.
I did apologize. And we do have a podcast. So if you want to know even more about Vicky, and there's some really cool stories in there, how she ended up getting into crafting and doing it for a
Yes.
job. So
When
make
was
sure you check
that?
out our podcast on the
Was it
Craftaway
on
podcast.
September? September, was it? Yes,
I
the
think,
podcast. And
yeah,
and it
and
went
it's
live.
podcasts.
Yes, I think it went live on October. If you go to Alta New Podcast, you will find. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some really cool stories that Vicky shared in there. So very, very cool. So more of these getting to know you. When do you feel most energized? When are you like, yeah,
In the morning,
in the
definitely.
morning?
The morning, yes. I'm a morning person.
Is it what you do in the morning or do you just like mornings? You're just a morning person.
Lately, I'm a morning person. I wake up, my son has to go to school, so I wake up with him at 7 o'clock. He's out of the house. My husband is out of the house to go to work, and I'm alone. I make the coffee, and I come here at the craft room, put on some music during the day. In the morning, I like pop music. I was in my teenage years when it was the 80s. So in the 80s, so I like this type of music,
Yeah.
and I drink my coffee like that.
I love that you
Then
chair
I
dance too. You got a chair dance. Love it.
and then
Oh
I
yeah.
start crafting.
I think we're close in age because yeah, I was a music of the 80s, 90s. That's where
Yeah,
I
maybe
reside.
I'm 50 now.
Oh, okay, I'm
Although I look
46.
like 30,
So you really look like late 20s, early 30s. So, but I
oh,
know that you have children that are older. So the math is not possible, but you really
yeah.
do. Oh, a lot of 80s people. Yay.
Oh,
A lot of
yay.
80s folks. Okay, so
Now
the
people-
next one, what is a small action that will put a big smile on your face?
a small action, a big smile on my face. Like if I receive a card, little things like that. Imagine going to the post box and getting a card from someone you didn't expect, not for birthday, not for anniversary, not for something like that. Just a hello card. Isn't it amazing?
Yes. It's because
Yes.
it's unexpected. The unexpected
Yeah.
things are
And that's
the
why we
little
make the card.
surprises.
Yes, it's a little surprise that puts a smile on your face. Or
True.
a lovely comment early in the morning.
Yes.
You drink your coffee and someone says something good and shares kindness.
Coffee always puts a smile. Well, it starts the smile.
Yeah.
It starts out slow, but it starts going.
Usually, I combine coffee with comments because every morning I make my coffee and then I sit down and read the comments,
Yes.
and my day can go very well, or it can go just one comment can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
It does. It does. It really does. We had a question. If you could craft with anybody, who would it be?
With you.
Oh, that would be so fun. That would
Yes.
be amazing. That
We
would
need
be.
to meet for 2024.
Yes, we'll have to
Okay,
put that on our goals.
I said it is my goal to travel more, so maybe I will
Yes.
come.
Yes,
I
it's
will
very
come to the
beautiful here.
US.
I'll show you. I'll take you to the ocean as well. We were talking about our love of the ocean. Both of us are ocean girls, so
Yes.
we love that.
If
Okay.
there is a big convention, I'm planning to come in the US this year because last year I didn't come. Yes, so we can meet.
Yes, you are very excited. That just like, okay, I'm not going to come down today. Like, I'm just going to be floating like a balloon today. I'm going to be so excited. This just makes my heart. Uh, what is one thing you would like to have?
To have.
Yeah, so it could be anything. Like, what's one thing you'd like to, like, I'll give you my example. I'd like to have more patience.
Yes, I would like to have health.
Yes,
Very important for me. Yes.
that's a good one.
Because I'm not a materialistic person. I don't really like buying
Yeah,
stuff. I prefer my craft room and my supplies.
yeah,
Okay, I like buying supplies. I admit.
yeah.
I admit. But
I'm with you.
but, but yes, I would like to have health because if we have health, we can do everything else. So
Yes.
2024, peace and health for everyone.
Absolutely. A live, well, Audrey, we're kind of doing a live retreat because it will be live during the day. So we're kind of this takes that because again, if you just joined us, this retreat, the classes are live. They get uploaded the following Monday, and you get to keep them forever. You get PDFs, beautiful photos. You get to interact in the Facebook group with our amazing instructors. So that's
Yes.
very exciting. And use Han has been putting it in there. Use the mindful Vicky and get an amazing discount on this kit. And we have talked about, like I mentioned the other day, the brand new A3 folding mat is in there, like crazy, brand new, ink,
Awesome.
stencils, stamps, all kinds of good stuff.
Watching folder stamps, yes.
Yes, and we did get the question too. You can register, Han, if you can pop that link in there. You register on the Alt New website, and that way you'll be all signed up for classes. Oh, Vicky says, Vicky, you
Thank
are
you,
a precious
Vicky.
soul. I love your accent, your calming voice,
Thank
and
you.
amazing work. I'm so excited, Deborah. I'm so excited what I'll learn from Vicky in the tree. I know. I'm so excited too. It's so exciting.
Thank you. Thank you for the comments.
And let's
Thank
see.
you.
What do you like most about yourself?
I like that I am optimistic. Even in the most difficult situations in my life, I always try to find the good.
Yeah.
I always try to tell myself that everything is going to be okay, even in some hardships that they have been, like in everyone's life.
Yeah.
I stay positive. And I try to be positive for other people's problems also. I always try to tell them, no, it is very hard now. Everything will be okay.
And I
Give
think
it some
that
time.
that's a good mindfulness as
Yes.
well. You know, even when you're going through a hard thing, sometimes your accomplishment for the day is maybe you took the trash out, but you did it. You got up, you
Yes.
did it,
Yes.
you know, and sometimes we have small accomplishments that get us through to the big ones because
That's
the
true.
small things are the little things, you know, in this, like you said, going to the mailbox and getting a card you didn't expect. You know, in the scheme of things, that's very small, but it means the world to you. So
It
it's
does.
really a huge action that affects so many, and it's amazing that we have that in this community. Like we give to others. That's what we do. We make cards to give to others and share.
I
So
think like all crafters, or most of them are like that in the way that they are thinking, like giving. And that's why they craft after all. I think that,
and And we have a lot too that craft because of anxiety or
Yes,
stressful chaos,
definitely,
things like
definitely.
that.
I mean, during the pandemic, I think that if I didn't have this hobby, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
It would be super hard. For us in Greece, for example, we weren't allowed to go outside of the house. We had to send an SMS and get an acceptance to go out to throw the garbage.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, we didn't
So
have that level in the US. We
it
were
was, it
told
was
to stay
really,
home, but
really difficult. And then you had to stay inside.
yeah.
So you didn't have the chance to meet with other people, but being in this crafty community, you were able to interact with other like-minded people online. I thought that I had my friends. I didn't feel like I was so isolated, and I was crafting and sharing my work, and people were commenting and things like that. So it was really life-saving, and I think
Yes.
not only for the pandemic, for other phases in your life that is are very difficult. When you start crafting, your mind clicks.
Yep.
It pushes back the difficulties, and it
Yep.
starts playing with the paper or the glue, and your only problem is, does it look good here, does it look good there? So it gives you kind of a break. Take a
Yes.
break.
I say that as well because like if you're going through something really difficult and you come in and the only thing you have to work on is what do I put on this? That's it. This is all 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is all I need to know right now. That is really it's a load off. You don't have to be mom, dad, sister, brother,
Yes.
husband, spouse, whatever. You just get to come in and you get to do something for yourself, but it's also doing something for others in turn, which is just absolutely amazing. Tracy, the instructor does not have the kit yet. So I know in the past we've held stuff up, but they don't have the kit just yet. We wanted to really get so you guys could have interactions with our amazing instructors. So there will be, if you check on, oh, you have a Greece. It's hi from Greece. Yay.
Yes,
Um,
Nana. Hello, Nana.
there will be sneak peeks coming, though, so keep an eye out for those. And again, I will. Oh, Dubai!
Dubai,
Wow, all
wow, we
over
are
the world.
international, all
And
over the place.
just for this,
No, okay.
anybody from the world can join us. This is amazing. Anybody from the world can do this. You basically sign up. We will ship the kit closer to the event, of course, and then you just log into Zoom with us and we craft. So it's great,
Yes.
you
And
know.
the good thing is that you have the products that we will be using,
Yep.
and you will have the PDF, so you can maybe you will have some homework, like cut out some basic stuff, so that we can get along with the pace in the class. But I'm sure every other teacher will do the same. I'm going to keep my focus on the supplies that are in the kit. So
Yes.
I will make projects that you will be able to recreate, apart from, of course, your foam tape or your glue and your paper
Scissors.
trimmer. Yes, your scissors. But of course, in the PDF, I'm going to specifically have what you need to have on hand when we start the class. Like, you need your scissors and you need your paintbrush and a jar of water and things like that.
And the homework, I know we're saying the word homework, and that probably like there's probably anxiety rising
I
in some
think
person.
I will not even give homework. I
No,
think I
it's
will,
simple. It's like cut an A2 panel and have it ready to go. So
probably we'll do it all together.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just, it saves a
Yes.
little bit of time.
But it's good to
Oh,
have the PDF so they can see the steps
yeah,
beforehand, and of course to know exactly what else I'm going to use. Like, have your scissors ready so that you don't run all over the place to find your paper trimmer or your scoring folding.
yeah,
Your
exactly. And that's the great thing about crafting from home is it's right there. So, as you
Yes.
see, scissors and panels.
India, yeah.
I know. It would be so cool if we had a crafter from every country. That would be so cool. That would be amazing. So yes, we
Amazing.
want everybody to
Amazing.
join us. This is if you've never been to one of these retreats, this is such a positive and uplifting environment. It's so much fun. It's hard as the day goes on because like the classes are going and like there's going to be an end in sight.
Yes, but
So that's
many
always the way.
people are going to join in at different times. Like, for example, for me, I'm the first one because I'm in
Oh, you're at
Europe.
11, I think. Oh no,
Yes,
yes, yo, you're
I'm
right.
the first one.
You were 11 today.
Yes, yes, because I'm 11 today. Yes, because it's going to be like 8 o'clock here or something.
Yeah,
So as we gradually go through the day, but even if you miss one, it's not a problem. You can see it the next day or the other day. You have it saved forever. And the
yeah.
good thing is that you get one kit, six teachers, and all the teachers are going to use products from the kit, creating different projects. I'm so excited to see what everyone is going to create.
That is fun because it's everybody has such a unique style. If you look at the lineup of instructors, there's such different
Yes.
styles. So there's a style for you. And the great thing is I find with these retreats as well is maybe there's a technique or a style that you're kind of like, I'm not good
Yes.
at that. But you get to practice and you get to
Yes.
all this exciting. It's so
You
much
get to
fun.
play with things outside of your comfort zone, and maybe you will like something.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is something for everyone, I believe.
Well, make sure, guys, to use the Mindful Vicky to save on your retreat kit. We want you to save as much as you can and be able to join us for this amazing event. Thank you to, that's what I think I'm always going to call you now, Vicky Papa. I love it.
Yes, yes. Big Papa.
My Vicky Papa. Thank you to Vicky for joining us today for a chat with us. And this will be here before we know it. But
That's
it,
true.
it
That's true.
seems forever away, but pretty soon we'll be crafting with Vicky, which is very, very exciting. So thank you
Yeah.
everyone for joining us. Thank you to Han behind the badge. Thank you for amazing participants. And of course, the amazing Vicky. And go listen to her podcast because her podcast is awesome. I'm just saying it's an awesome podcast. So
Thank you,
learn some
Bridget. You
more.
are a wonderful host. I had so much fun. It's like chatting with your friend, but through the camera. And
We
thank you to everyone who tuned in and left so many wonderful comments. Thank you for the support.
and they'll be there to join you on live
Yes,
day.
I'll be
And
waiting.
from all of us at Altenew, thank you so much for allowing us to help you craft your life. We will see you. We will be here this afternoon at 3:30 live with the amazing Amy Hill for our normal Monday live session. And I will be back tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. with Erin Thompson for another interview. We have an interview every day this week. So make sure you log in and check everything out. We'll see you all very soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.